Alright, so we're gonna test this out again. Um, Last time my computer kept lagging, or my RAM was getting overused or something, and like, look, 17 gigabytes of memory use. What the freak? Well, anyway, I shut my computer down, and we're back. So let's hope that it doesn't shut off again. The season moving on. Oh wait, I already have the window open. I was about to say, where'd my map go? Dude, this looks so cool. Such a crazy landscape. Doom, doo-doo-doom, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright, let's get my doo-doo. Bro, why is everybody in distress? Alright, so what will we be adding? Well, I can't remember if I added it or not. Hey, yo, what up, fool? The figure looks up, startled, revealing tear-streaked elven features. Oh, hello, she replies, wiping her eyes. I seem to have lost something precious. Oh, yeah, we got an elven babe. You know, we like them elven women. What's your name? What did you lose? Yo, what up, Jazz Miss? How you doing? We're playing a Dungeons and Dragons type game that I made. If you want to check it out, you can reach it. Oh, shoot. Right here. Call me Gems, please. All right, Gems. I like that. If you want to check this game out, you can check it out right there. Uh, but we're just working on making in the last stream we made the tile generations blend a little bit better. So now like this river will blend into this tile and like this plateau kind of blended in with this snowy mountain. Before it was stuff like this. So it didn't really like blend in it a lot. So it's becoming more uniformed. But now, once I got that done, I'm trying to improve the story, like the AI Dungeon Master, so that because there's some stuff that's like hard coded, because you have to give it a little bit of a beginning prompt. So I'm trying to kind of decouple the hard coded stuff out of it so that it doesn't keep giving you like similar stories every time, you know? And I'm just having fun playing at the same time. What are you up to, Gems? So it's powered by AI, so it's whatever you want it to be about. So like what you do is so check this out. Low key the story and more, you know. Yeah, yeah, like the story could be about anything. You can kind of guide it, but the dungeon master is AI, so it will give you a setting and a place, and you tell it what you want to do. And depending on what you do, it'll generate another prompt. And so, like, you might run into orcs on a path, and you have to defeat the orcs, or maybe you don't want to battle the orcs, you can go around them. Um, and so, like, it's infinite story possibility, really. So, like, I'll show you. So, we generated a tile. This is how you start off. Takes quite a bit of time, but once it goes, so then the dungeon master right here is examining the tile and generating you a prompt based on this tile, right? So it says, you emerge onto a wide grassy plain, dotted with small pond and clusters of reeds. Ahead, a sprawling tent city bustles with activity, smoke rising lazily from several cook fires. A weathered signpost stands at the entrance, but the writing is faded and illegible. Yeah, like your own story game. So I don't know, have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons ever? Because your answer on that might give me some insight on how to explain this better. Do you know what Dungeons and Dragons is? Yeah, so like it's an AI dungeon master. So you kind of in Dungeons and Dragons, like there's a dungeon master, right? He kind of takes note of all the different characters or the players, and he throws you into a situation, and then you say like, "Oh, I want to do this." You're like I'll just show you. But yeah, so like it gives me this prompt, right? And so I'm at this sprawling city with cook fires everywhere. A weathered signpost stands at the entrance, but the writing is fading and illegible. So I have three options I can choose from. I can approach the tent city, I can examine the signpost more closely for like maybe some clues on where the heck I am. And then I can search the surrounding plains for maybe something else to do or loot, you know? Or I can just say whatever I want right here. So, we'll just examine the signpost clearly and see. So then you roll. I passed that roll, so with a closer look, you can make out some of the faded letters. It seems to say, Melodia, trade and shelter, welcome. Beware the beast of the pain. Okay. So, there used to be a thing that said, show in Finder. So I need, that's a bug because it should give a text of like where we're at. I had thought in the past that whenever the dungeon master explains a city to you, that some text might appear over the map saying that that's the name of the city. Um, like for example, in this scenario, I rolled up into a little tent city with cook fires everywhere, and there was a sign that I had examined, and it says Melodia, trade and shelter welcome. Beware the beasts of plain. So that's like introducing this little tent city, right? I think we should add some text on top of the tile, um, to show like what the name of the city or place is. All right. Are you playing it right now, or are you just watching me, Gems? With a close, okay, so Melodia, trade and shelter welcome. Beware the beasts of the plain. So I'm gonna go enter the city and see what I can stir up. You step into Tent City, the sounds of bartering and chatter filling the air. Merchants hawk their wares from colorful stalls, while travelers gather around crackling fires. The aroma of roasted meats and exotic spices hangs heavy in the air, making your stomach rumble. Okay, cool. Yeah, you'll have to try it after. Uh, but yeah, it's pretty sweet. I had a story. There was one time. This was like it ended up being like my own kind of like therapist because like I had met this girl in one of these cities, and I like helped her out with like her job for a minute, and then like I was flirting with her, and then I ended up taking her on a date, buying her wine at some store, and then we watched the sunset together. Then I took her back to her place, and then things got heated, and she like pulled me aside and like took me on a journey because I was taking it too far. And she was like, "Yeah, you need to get over your lust and go in this cave." And like it was just sending me down like this whole therapy session through these like cave entities. It was really sweet. I might have to go into more detail on it in like a separate like video on my YouTube or something because it was crazy. But yeah, it basically just taught me like how to be a better person in real life and not like think about lust so much, and just not get so caught up in things like that. But anyway, you step into the tent city, the sounds of bartering and chatter fill the air. Merchants hawk their wares from colorful stalls, while travelers gather around crackling fires. The aroma of roasted meats and exotic spices hang heavy in the air, making your stomach rumble. Uh, alright, so let's find a meal. Speaking of meal, I got some ramen. The enticing aromas lead you deeper into the city. Soon you spot a cozy-looking tavern called the Tipsy Tent. Music spills out into the street as people laugh and cheer. Alright, so then I'll show you how you can just customize what you want to do. So I can just click here and I can say, enter the Tipsy Tent and ask the bartender or the worker if they sell food here. A narrator? Yeah, that would be pretty sick. Except I'm already paying for the Gemini API on this. And if I added another API like voice, it would get really expensive because all these chats would be AI plus the voice. It would use up it would cost me a lot of money to run the app. But yeah, that would definitely be cool. A lot of people have suggested it. Maybe if I get a lot more people playing it, I can start charging a small amount for it and then I can add it. But with it being free, it's not really viable, I don't think. You step inside the tipsy tent. The tavern is bustling with activity, filled with locals and travelers alike. A stout bartender with a handlebar mustache wipes down the counter. He smiles warmly as you approach. Welcome to the tipsy tent. What can I get for you? We have a special stew today or a hearty plate of roasted boar. I'll try the boar. Let's see. Got some XP. The bartender nods and shouts to the kitchen, "Boar for the hero!" Soon, a steaming plate of roasted boar is placed before you along the tankard of ale. The meat is succulent and flavorful, seasoned with herbs. As you eat, you notice a particular symbol. Oh, you know what, too? If I eat, my vitality should go up. Notice a peculiar symbol etched into the wooden tabletop. A circle with a single line bisecting it. Ah, clue! Alright. So yeah, it's supposed to like tell you a little bit of story and then like give you something to inspect or do, kind of like a cliffhanger kind of thing. But yeah, let me see what this Oh no, I don't want to read all that. I'm just gonna hit accept. Okay, I'll ask the bartender about the symbol. See what he knows. Just something here the regulars like to draw. That's not a quest. That's lame. Some say it's a symbol of good luck. Others say it represents the balance between day and night. It's been here longer than I had. Uh-oh, what just happened? Oh, it's because I did that code. It started re-rendering the page. I wonder if I should get rid of these lines. That would do. Let's try it. Oh wait, I gotta do Claude. I noticed that there's like a small shadow between the tiles that have been generated. Can we explore getting rid of the shadows between tiles that have been generated and only show those little shadows to differentiate the different tiles on the empty tile slots? Alright, so we should be getting rid of these little like lines and stuff. Yeah, Alara, that's my girlfriend on here. Let her over here in this little castle area. Oh wait, no, it was Eamon. Eamon, it was over here. Yeah, see, like we watched we went on a date over here on this bridge, watched the sunset. It's pretty sick. Cool. So I got rid of the little lines. I don't know if I like that more or less. I don't know, let me try something. I wonder if that affected the generation at all. Can you get rid of the background on the text for the area and make the text smaller and push it up a little bit so that it's not covering the character? You could maybe randomize the placement inside the tile a little bit as well. Mhm. All right, hold on. Stone circle plane. Hmm. So I know in the last commit we were working on blending the tiles better or extending them in a sense. Um, as you can see from this image, all of these tiles are generated with the new method, but there's still like an offset kind of thing happening, and I don't know if it's how we're extending the tiles out or what. Um, but the edges of things should just be continued if it's a river, but if it's a tree, it should just fill out the rest of that tree and not try to generate like a whole new tree. You know what I mean? Can you tell from the image what I'm talking about? Can you make it? Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, hi, Alara. I can help you search for your locket. Search the stream bank for Alara's locket. Ooh, I got Alara's locket. Let me see how much this thing costs. 50 copper? Pocket the locket, and pretend you didn't find anything. That's funny. Pocket the locket. I pocketed the locket. Pocket the locket. Young Sneezy, pocket the locket. You're a true hero. How can I ever repay you? Um, do you live here? Maybe you could show me around this place? So if you don't live here, then where are you going? Eldoria. What's in Eldoria? It's a bustling city known for its skilled artisans and merchants. Alara explains with a gleam in her eyes. It's a hub of trade and culture, with people from all walks of life passing through its gates. I'm helping to sell some of my wares there, and maybe find new treasures along the way. What kind of wares do you have? Few pieces of jewelry I crafted myself and some rare herbs I gathered in the forest. I have a couple of maps I copied from the library of Candle Key. How much would you sell all of your stuff for? 500 gold pieces. Is that a fair price for the quality of my wares? And I'm sure you could find a buyer in Eldoria who would pay even more. I'll buy it all for 5,000 gold. But you must go on a date with me. No. But no, that's too upfront. That's a bug. We need to write that down. See what this says. Wait, before I forget. So I noticed that when I'm talking to somebody and I buy something from them, um, like I just tried to buy all of this woman's items off of her, and instead of subtracting the money from me, it added 5,000 gold. But it didn't say that I gathered any items from the person either. You can check out the chat from the image. She says she has a little bit of everything from hand woven tapestries, a few pieces of jewelry she handcrafted, and some rare herbs. And I tried to buy the whole lot for 5,000 gold, but instead of getting any items from her, it just gave me 5,000 gold. Yes, not only subtract the money, but also give me the items that I'm supposed to be getting as well. So in this case, I should have gotten some hand-woven tapestries, a few pieces of jewelry, and some rare herbs. Ooh. Yeah, not only to subtract the coins, but to also give me the items that I bought. So in this case, I should have gotten some hand-woven tapestries, a few pieces of jewelry, and some rare herbs, and a couple of maps copied from the library of Candlekeep. Uh-huh. Are you going to be giving me the items? Wait, I don't even care about the items. Now that I've bought all of your items, what are you going to do? Where are you from? And what do you do? And find a new craft master. It says with a hint. Wait. I hail from a small village nestled in the Silverwood Forest, though I've been traveling for quite some time now. Alara says with a hint of nostalgia. As for what I do, I suppose you could call me a wandering artisan, and explorer. Now that you purchased my what? Whereas I plan to return home to my village and use the gold to help my people. Perhaps I'll even find a new craft to master. Ask Alara about her adventures. Mischievous sprites, daring escapes from goblin ambushes, and the time she stumbled upon a hidden grove of glowing mushrooms. As she speaks, the silverwood forest begins to loom in the distance, its ancient trees, a stark contrast to the open plains you've been traveling. Ask her about Silverwood Forest and where she grew up. What's a grove? What kind of a sacred grove is it, Alara? I would love that, Alara. I suppose that's where you learn to become so artisanal. Alright, I gotta lay down. I'm getting tired. I'll continue the stream, but I'm gonna move to my bed. Let's see. I would love to learn about your family's methods, Alara. I tell her as we continue towards the Silverwood Forest. Oh, hell yeah. I got the moon petal blossoms first try. Let's freaking go, baby. Are we almost to the Silverwood Forest yet? So how far have you wandered outside of your city? Outside of Silverwood Forest, if you don't mind me asking. I noticed when NPCs mention different areas, um, we don't really have any context about where they are. Um, what I mean by that is like, yeah, they say like they're north, south, east, or west, but I've never been to those locations, so I can't put a name to a place. And it seems like anytime I'm traveling with an NPC, our characters aren't really moving anywhere. Is this a bug that we need to fix, or is it a feature we need to add somehow? Can you brainstorm on how we could make this more interactive?
Quick, choose a meal deal with McValue. The $5 McChicken meal deal, the $6 McDouble meal deal, or the new $7 Daily Double meal deal. Each with its own small fries, drink, and 4-piece McNuggets. There's actually no rush. I'm just excited for McDonald's. For limited time only, prices and participation may vary. Not valid for McDelivery.
Oh man, I'm so tired. Man, I might have to go to bed, y'all. I'm sleepy.
set my alarms for the morning. I gotta cut the stream off. Sleepy, I'm about to fall asleep. Peace out, y'all. Fresh world with a new character. Hey, Merwild, yeah, so you're gonna go right here to the worlds and then just hit create new world. Also, you can hit this settings icon And you can change the different land types and natural features and structures so you can kind of customize the map or the tiles to your liking, and then set the influence of structures versus natural features. But yeah, just over here in the worlds tab. As far as character goes, you can create a new character right here. Switch character, just forge a new hero with the little character icon. Alright, Murray, dude. Uh, going to bed. I hope you figure it out. It's all on the left tabs. But anyway, y'all have a great night. I'm exhausted.